I am thrilled to be talking today with Melissa Keller. Welcome, Melissa.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Melissa is the founder of the Abigail E. Keller Foundation, which is a 501c3 not-for-profit organization that centers around creating a support system for terminally ill or medically complex children and their families.
Correct.
And we're going to unpack that today about how you got into that. And this foundation is very close to your heart.
Yes, it is.
And you're doing extraordinary work with big dreams of building a pediatric respite hospice house right here in Central Texas.
Correct.
So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's so good to get together with you.
Likewise, yes.
I know that we met each other over a year ago.
That's correct.
And
yes,
you've
right.
known one of our employees, Carrie, and her family for longer than that.
That's correct,
And
yes.
you're right in our backyard in Bee Cave, literally.
At your new headquarters.
Right next door to our new headquarters.
That's right, yeah.
So I'm so excited to have you on today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And you know, we talk entrepreneurism on this show, success of business owners of all kinds. And I was just so excited to be able to share a success story in the not-for-profit world.
Thank you.
And so one of your greatest missions, as you point out, is to change the narrative around hospice care for children, and instead help the families to cherish their times with the ones they love the most.
That's correct. Yes.
And can you share a bit about the story, your backstory? First, where are you from originally?
I'm actually from West Texas.
You are from West Texas?
I am.
Okay.
And then my husband was born and raised here in Austin.
Okay.
We met, he was at Texas Tech.
Okay.
And I moved here in 1999.
99.
Been here over, 25 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And, I worked here. I got my master's at St. Edward's University, MBA.
Great university.
Yes. And I worked with the state capitol with a statewide elected official back in the day. And then we got married and had a baby girl.
So you get married and you have your daughter, Abigail.
That's correct.
Which I love that name. I have a daughter named Abigail.
Yes.
So
yes.
I love that name. Such a beautiful name.
Thank you. We think so. And
so you have Abby.
Yes. Yes. She was named after both her great grandmothers.
Oh, no kidding.
Abigail Elizabeth Keller.
Love it.
And so we had Abigail. We brought home in 2007, we brought home a healthy baby girl. No indication that there was anything wrong. And by 2 months, the pediatrician noticed she wasn't developing quite like she should be. 4 months, we found out she was blind. 6 months, she started having seizures. And by a year old, we found out she didn't have an immune system, had spent 80 days that first year in the hospital. And that was the beginning of our journey with her.
And you probably were, at that point in time, doing it yourself. Did you have any resources?
So after Abby turned 2, we were lucky enough to get on the one of the state Medicaid waiver systems, the Medically Dependent Children's Program.
Got it.
And so we did get home nursing, but I will say that it's very difficult to get on that list.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the families with children like Abby that are medically do not have the, home health.
So you do this for 11 years for your beautiful Abby.
Correct. Yeah.
And then how long was it after she passed that you guys sat and thought about this? Did you jump right into it immediately?
Well, the story...
Or did you start before?
Well, that's a great question, because when Abby turned 1, we, like I said, we spent already 80 days at Dell Children's. They opened Dell the year Abby was born.
Interesting.
And so that first birthday, we were like, they had done so much for us. And I told my husband, let's just have Abby's birthday be like a fundraising, party for Dell. Let's just raise, tell people in lieu of gifts, just bring, put a $5, $10 bill in the card, and that will be, we'll donate that money back because they had done so much for us. Well, needless to say, Abby's birthday parties her last birthday party, we had over 150 people, and we raised over $6,000.
So this started long before she passed.
For her first birthday.
So her number one birthday. And so this thing in your mind, this entrepreneur side of you and your family is starting to take shape.
Yes.
And Abby's the inspiration for all of that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We never knew what birthday was going to be her last birthday.
Correct.
So
you were living for now.
Living for the moment, living for that year. And we thought...
Isn't that such a great life lesson for all kinds of business people and entrepreneurs and individuals?
Everyone.
Live for the moment.
Live for the moment. She taught us that.
Yeah.
She taught us that.
What a great story.
And so every birthday was a very special birthday. We made them very big birthdays.
Yeah.
And people, our friends and family would even call me, when's her birthday going to be this, what day is it? Because they would schedule their vacations around
It's amazing.
So we were proud of the fact that we were able to give back and do that during that time. So after she passed, friends and families were scared to ask me, what are you going to do at her next birthday?
Yeah.
So
But I bet I bet you were already thinking about it.
Well,
probably.
Actually, yes. We had a very tight group of friends and family, and we were like, you know what? Let's kind of do a celebration of Abby's life on her birthday this year. It wouldn't be a kiddie party like we always did. It'd be more like an adult party, dinner party, and we'll just have the box at the front of the door like we always did.
Yep.
And we'll just make that, just make that the event for her birthday this year and just celebrate her. So that first celebration turned into our first gala. We had 150 people at that event and raised $75,000.
Was the Abigail E. Keller Foundation started at that point in time?
No, it was not.
It was not.
We did not get our 501c3 until October.
After she passed.
And that event was in August.
What year was it?
2019.
So you started in 2019. You have a gala. What is the proceeds from the gala, and what was that used for? Where does that money go?
That first year, we helped the Comprehensive Care Clinic, which Abby was a patient from Dell Children.
Got it.
That clinic just is specifically for medically fragile children.
And is that clinic still around today?
Oh, yes,
okay.
most definitely.
And is it part of Dell Children's Hospital?
It sure is.
Is it on the campus up in the Miller area?
No, it's actually, they just built a new clinic, which is absolutely amazing, over the new Rosedale School.
Okay, got it.
And so it services the most medically fragile patients. And like I said, we helped kind of create that. Abby was like the second patient in that clinic. I was on the parent advisory board when it started as a pilot project in 2012. And it started with 300 patients, and now they serve, I believe, over 900.
So when you started your foundation, what was the key to that success? Did you go around the room with your close circle of people and say, I want to do this, and they encouraged you, and then you started this, and did you create a board? What was the secret sauce, you think, in 2019?
The secret sauce,
other than the inspiration from Abby.
The inspiration and a wonderful group and circle of friends and family.
And so did you create a board?
Yes. Out of that.
How many people were on your initial board?
10.
So, wow, so 10 people.
10 people.
And they were like, go Abby, or go Melissa. Go Abby, go Melissa. And we're going to start this foundation, and we're going to help sort of sprout it to life.
Correct.
That's beautiful.
That's it.
Wonderful story.
And like I said,
and are those 10 people still around?
They are called the founding board members.
That's
and
awesome.
will always be part of our foundation.
And have you added more to your board since then?
Yes, we have. Some have rolled off, but we continue to have 10.
So you have 10.
Mm-hmm, correct.
There's a lot of entrepreneurs out there in the world today that are squirming when they hear you say you have 10. Mm-hmm. Right? That's a unique difference when you're in a not-for-profit entrepreneur.
It is.
Right? It's important to have not a few, but the right many.
Correct. And that's been that has been a good number for us.
That's good.
We have started off, like I said, with all of our board members at the time personally knew Travis and I and Abby.
Yeah.
Now we have about 4 or 5 that never met Abby. So
Interesting.
What's so special about that is that how her spirit and how our organization carries on.
Rallies around it and
Yes.
carries on. So when you started the foundation, did you have any mentors or were you just winging it?
I was very fortunate in my life to have a background in fundraising, and I served on many boards. And so I kind of had some experience.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of people that helped us.
Yeah.
A lot of people that just gave their time, their time, money, talent, and to help us be successful.
So you had many mentors.
Many.
You're lucky. You're lucky.
Many.
You're lucky. That's
I
great.
think everybody I speak to is a
Very
mentor.
fortunate. Well, at least you're open to it.
Yes, I am.
Well, so your foundation, it provides support in various forms to the families and children in need.
Correct.
To list a few, you do family grants, birthday parties, funding a new position at adult children's, and so much more. Can you tell us about a particular moment or success story that stands out to you?
All of them are success
Yeah.
stories. Everything we've done, we're very proud of. But I will tell you, I'm just going to tell you a story from last year that happened last year. We had a teenage girl that was in the hospice program, and she was having a birthday in May. However, May being graduation months and all that, her and her family wanted to see her graduate, or wanted her to have a graduation party because they knew she probably would never graduate. So instead, with the social workers and our team, we were able to provide the family, mind you, this is a very difficult time for these parents,
Yes.
Caring for these children
Yes.
and trying just to get by day. And so we were able to put together a most fabulous graduation party for this special girl and for her family. And it just provided that memory that they will always have forever.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, she did pass a week later. But, to me, to be able to have helped them create that moment and cherish it and give them something that they will be able to just hold on to for the rest of their life, that's just so special to me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to change the stigma of pediatric hospice from dying to cherishing moments.
Yeah.
Let's cherish these moments that we have with these children.
Yeah, that's fuel. When you have those success stories, like that's fuel to those that are passionate about it, like you are. So you formed the foundation 2019. And I'm sure I'm sure you've learned a lot in that period of time. Do you have a team, or is it still just you?
Well, actually, I'm very happy to say that we have 2 employees and
Beautiful.
an intern.
And an intern
From UT.
No kidding.
Yes.
Someone you knew, or how did you find the intern?
We found them on a student handshake, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is this student looking for this kind of a situation?
Yes.
What they're studying in school?
Yes.
So you have an intern.
I have an
and 2 full-time employees. That's really awesome.
So we're very proud of that. We're very proud of, and we're going strong. Where's the intern from? And first off, are your office, are your 2 employees with you in the Bee Cave office? Correct. Yes.
And then the intern, where's this intern from? What part of the country is the intern from?
She's actually from Dallas.
She's a Dallas person.
Yes.
Dallas girl studying
at UT. She's studying communications and social media.
Awesome.
Yes.
And so, what's she doing for you guys?
The communications and social media.
I would say that probably this is probably one of the more emotional things out there that an entrepreneur can get behind, and certainly I can understand, and I think our listeners can understand kind of what drove you. So, but dealing with medically fragile and terminally ill kids is pretty rough emotionally. How do you and your team manage that aspect of your work?
Well, first of all, like I said, we try to make it a very positive thing in trying to help these families.
It's not about death, it's about life.
Exactly. And like you said, living in the moment. And you said that earlier. And it's also, there's a great team of social workers at Dell that we work with. And then we have our programs director, Sharon Halloran, that's a liaison. And she is fabulous. She was actually Abby's special ed teacher.
Really?
And so they work so great in providing the services for these families and letting them know, we're very respectful of these families. And so we just take the lead from the social workers, and we just provide whatever they need and let them know that we're there for them. And like I said, we just try to make it a very positive, and our group has done so well. And one thing is, when you see these children, like when they do come out to our events, they love being there. They love being a part of something because they are so sick. And so having a good day is an awesome day for these kids.
That's good.
And these families.
So that drives you. I mean, that kind of keeps you motivated instead of focus on that, they may pass. You're just helping them have a life now.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Exactly.
So you mentioned earlier, you're now up to 2 employees and 1 intern. Correct. You've been going since 2019. Correct. The entrepreneurial journey still underway.
Oh, it's just starting.
Learning every day. So we got a little bit of a sense of how you've kind of evolved it. What's the future look like for the foundation? What are some of your challenges that you're thinking about? What are some of the strategic things that as you look across the horizon as a not-for-profit entrepreneur? Where are you and your board looking, and what are you challenging yourself to do for the organization?
We have a huge vision. Our vision is to create this pediatric respite hospice facility.
And are there examples of this around the country?
Yes, there's 5 in the country.
There's only 5?
Only 5.
Where are the 5?
The 5 are in Minnesota, Crescent Cove, George Mark, California, Ryan House in Phoenix. Oh, goodness. You caught me.
That's okay. So 5 around the country.
5 around the country.
And we have nothing like that today?
Nothing in Texas. No, we do not. It just kind of for comparison, the United Kingdom has at least 52. And the size, if you compare the size to the U.S., we should have 267, so to speak. But you got to remember, this is only 1% of the pediatric population. Yeah. It's a very small percentage, and a very demanding population.
It sure it is. But why, from a business perspective, why does the UK have 52 and we have 5? Is there any kind of stories to pull out of that?
I think that some of the key factors are, one, the U.S., kind of our belief we strive to make everything better work, and we do. Our medical technology has got us here. We can keep these kids alive longer. We can do so much more. However, unfortunately, some kids do pass. Yeah. We fight a lot, which there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And with pediatric hospice, you fight to the very end. Yeah. You never give up hope. Yeah. And the UK, I believe they started this as just a house, a Helen's house.
Okay, got it.
And so they have that family kind of support around the country of those homes for these kids. Okay. And so the community has just rallied around them. But I can say Ryan House, Crescent Cove, the communities where these houses are, the communities have come and have rallied around them. So
are they also not-for-profit funded like yours? Like what your plans are?
All but George Mark. George Mark started off by a family endowment. Okay. They are now more community. More philanthropic, or running more on philanthropic funds now. Okay. But they did start with private.
So you've got this big vision to create what's it called again?
Abby's House.
Abby's House.
A pediatric respite hospice facility.
Okay. And so what is a pediatric respite hospice facility like? How big is it? Like how many, Like, what's the vision?
So these are small homes.
Small homes.
They're like 6 to 8 beds.
6 to 8 beds.
And they provide respite for the children, for the medically fragile children. This is a place where families can bring these kids, because you think they have such a
Do the children live there?
No, they don't live there.
So it's not a residential.
It's not a residential. It's just a break. It's a respite for the family.
Respite. So it's not an overnight, long-term residential.
But
respite.
For the hospice, it is an overnight. So families, like, say you needed to go to a wedding. Well, these kids, you can't leave them with your...
Correct.
I mean, everybody's scared. Your family's scared too. Nobody took care of Abby except us, So this is a facility that would have that special trained personnel that could take care of them. So if you had, a wedding to go to, if you had an emergency, you could bring them. You want to take your other siblings on a vacation.
So are you doing the respite component and the hospice component as well?
Correct.
And are those one in the same facility, or are they separate?
They'll be one in the same.
And is it a brand new facility, or can you use an existing?
Well, so Crescent Cove was an existing facility.
And
Ryan,
that's the one in
Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan House was they built that facility in Phoenix.
Okay.
Correct. So we have 2 models.
Okay.
And then
and are they private funded through donations?
Through donations, correct.
Interesting.
Yes.
Is our U.S. healthcare system and the government, is there anybody else?
No.
Not yet, quite yet. But your goal is to get them to focus on this across the country.
That's correct.
That's good.
And I'm also serving on the Children's Respite Homes of America, is a national group that was started by Jonathan Carter. He's the dad of Ryan.
Okay, got it.
And he's starting this national center to help, that's made up of those 5 existing homes.
Yeah.
And there's 15 of us emerging organizations throughout the country that are trying to make this happen in our own state.
So is your effort focused here in Austin?
Correct. In Central Texas.
Central Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That's fabulous. And when do you think that first facility will come online?
We need lots of donors to help us. The more donors, the
when do you think?
faster
When do you
we'll
think?
We would love to. We would hope 3 to 5 years.
And so, how do you get donations? If somebody listening today goes, man, that's something I want. What do they do? Go to your website?
Because go to our website.
Go to one of your events. What's your website?
It's the aekellerfoundation.org.
Beautiful.
And we have our website has all our events. We have 2 main events a year.
And you can donate right there on the website too.
And there's a lot of donate buttons on our website.
I bet there is. That's great.
Yeah.
Does your website list your 10 board members?
They sure are.
So people could go there and they could say, "Oh, I know them."
That's correct.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Very, very cool. Yeah. And then you've got your 2 main events.
That's right. We have a spring concert, which is our family event, coming up Sunday, April 28th.
Where's that at?
At Star Hill Ranch.
Oh, love that place.
Yes, it's a fabulous place.
Adam Woolley, right?
Adam, and Matt. Yeah, that's correct.
Great.
And that's a very fun, family fun event. And then we have our big annual fundraiser, which is our annual gala, and it's out at Circuit of the Americas.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Which is a cool place.
It's a fabulous place.
That's nice.
And it's in their main media ballroom.
Nice.
And next to the paddock, we had the first one there, the first one at CODA was there last year. And this will be our 2nd year out there. And they are just fabulous to work with. And we had a fabulous event, well beyond our expectations. And this year's even going to be better.
Great. That's awesome. Yeah. So reflecting on Abby's legacy, what message do you hope to convey through your work at your upcoming events that you guys sponsor for your foundation?
I'll have to say 1 is first, cherish every moment. 2 is help us help these families.
Yeah.
These families work so hard for these children. And
none of us could even imagine.
Yeah, they work 24/7.
We can't even imagine.
It's forever. Yeah. I mean, and as long as you have that child, your every breath is for them. And help us help them and let them know that they're not alone, because these children are they don't fit in just one category.
Yeah.
They're so medically,
diverse. Yeah.
So, we that's how our Abby, we didn't fit in any category. She had so many
things that she was dealing with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we just want to let these families know we're here to support them. And we hope that we have a place that they can bring their child to, feel comfortable, and they can, go home and take a nap.
Yeah.
Sleep for a night.
Right.
Enjoy a dinner,
So a word of encouragement is that there is people out there that can help.
Exactly.
Pick up the phone and call us.
Yes.
That's who we are. That's what we're about.
Yep.
We're a startup. We're entrepreneurial. We're not some big, monolithic corporate creature that's been around that doesn't care who you are. We're an upstart. We have passion oozing from our veins.
Yes.
Pick up the phone and call us because we want to help. So I guess the stigma is they're afraid to call. Do you think that they're afraid to call because they don't want other people to be burdened by their problems? Do they not know that something like this exists?
I think that's it.
More they just don't know it's out there.
Just the awareness. Yeah. We're trying our best to, I'm here today talking to you just to let
You're
people
getting
know.
out to let. That's what an entrepreneur does is they're selling their wares, right? You're selling your wares today.
Definitely.
So Abigail K. Keller Foundation, you go to your website. What's the website again?
aekellerfoundation.org.
And that's where they need to pick up the phone and call. So your message is, if you're struggling, if you've got this situation, I've been through it, don't sweat it.
Yeah.
Give me a call.
There you go.
That's what you need to do.
There you go.
That's your message.
Yes.
I love that message.
Thank you.
So thank you for coming on and sharing
Of
that.
course.
She's got, look what she's done, right? Aren't you so proud of her?
Of course.
Oh my God. I can't imagine.
Of course. And
I can't imagine the struggle, but I can't imagine the passion and just the feeling that you must have every day when you wake up to just see it's done and see what she's done.
And it just gets bigger every day.
Yeah.
And we're just so blessed and so proud of where we've come and how far we've come.
You guys have done such a great job. It's been so fun to get to know you and to watch what you do and the success and the passion you have. No different than in a business, anybody building any kind of a business, and not-for-profit entrepreneur in many respects has it even a little bit harder.
Yes. Well, we just want to say thank you to everybody that has been with us along the way.
Yeah.
All our supporters, all our donors, all our friends, because without them, we wouldn't be here. And we're just so grateful to everyone that has been with us, from the beginning.
Well, I always ask, before we close, my guests the same question as the last question, but I think I can know the answer. But what's the best investment you ever made?
Abby.
Ah.
Yes, I don't have an ounce of regret that I just,
Love it. What a beautiful, wonderful story.
Thank you.
Keep driving.
We will. We're not giving up. We have a lot to do.
Don't give up. You just like this. You found this entrepreneur student at UT, this intern. Just keep driving and building a great team, and keep surrounding yourself with great people like you have on your board.
Thank you. Well, and thank you for having me. Thank you for what you do in promoting the community and helping promote us.
Well,
we
happy to do it.
We're very grateful.
Well, we're grateful to know you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Today's episode of Banking on Community was recorded in the Keystone Bank podcast studio located in downtown Austin. Keystone Bank opened its doors in 2018 with a maverick approach to community banking, focusing on putting clients first, and the core values of take charge, encourage creativity, lead in innovation, do what is right, and center around community. For more information, visit our website, keystone.bank.